Hey there, aloha. Welcome to Mobility Monday. I'm here in Hawaii, and it's kind of where it all began. I think what just kind of elevated my message for ECFIT strength, it really came from the performances from some of my athletes here at the Kona Ironman World Championships. And now we're 2 years in a row when we haven't been able to be here and competing, but I'm just as blessed to be here. So let's do some mobility, because the essence of exceptional endurance performance is how well and how much ease you can find in your body while you're running, while you're hiking, while you're skiing, while you're riding, and when you're swimming. So Mobility Monday is always just about setting you up for success so that when it comes time to train, you're able to train with more ease, less chance for injury, and you can just keep doing more day after day after day until it's finally time to rest. But even rest is easier. You can use these mobility sessions to use as recovery as well. So right now, what I want you to do is get a nice wide stance, 2 times shoulder width, push your hips to the back about 3 or 4 inches. And all we want to do is just, actually before we start rotating from the hips, let's take a look at where the feet are. Let's turn the feet in just a little bit. So if you look at the lateral aspect of your feet, we want those to be ever so slightly parallel so that you're internally rotated just a little bit. So let's break the hips to the back and just go ahead, rotate your right hip and aim it towards your left mid thigh. And then the same thing, left hip, aim it towards your right mid thigh. Keep your head in a nice solid position. We're just going to rotate right across, then left across. So I don't want you looking down. Go ahead and look up at me. 3, 5, 6. We're going to go 10 total. 7, 8. Rotate across. 9. You might notice that one side is easier than the other. That's okay. Don't try to do anything about that right now. Good. 1 more each way. Good. And good. So before we take it down to the ground, let's go ahead and just do some nice easy ankle grabs. And you just want to stand on one foot, let that knee hang out to the side, and then the other side. Working a little bit of stability here. Single leg stance. See how much ease you can find in that single leg stance. Ankle grabs. And ankle grabs. I'm definitely more stable on my left leg. I broke my ankle 3 times on my right. Over and over. It was kind of the same summer, actually. Good. And good. Some nice easy ankle grabs. Let's go right back to that wide stance. Square up the outsides of the feet. Break the hips to the back. This time we're going to add a hand driver. So when the left hip goes towards right mid thigh, we're just going to reach across. Reach across. So the hand is kind of an extension of the hip. Extend, across. Keep those feet in that nice squared up position. Start to recognize, do your feet want to externally rotate? Hopefully not too much. Starting to bend the knee. We're starting to glide a little bit. Glide. Glide. Again, I can feel more tightness in my right ankle right there than I do on my left. How about you? Right? Keep the hip coming across. We're going to go 10 more. 1, 2, 3. Nice easy gliding. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you're wide enough with your stance on that, you're definitely going to start feeling your ankles. We want to get those ankles nice and mobile. We're going right back to our ankle grabs. Just kind of follow along. If this is your first ECFIT session, Mobility Monday, welcome. We're not always so lucky to be outside in Hawaii, but today we are. So enjoy. Whoa, little tippy. Let's go 4 more total. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now just nice and easy, just kind of kick behind you. Kick behind you. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just rotate into those hips. 8, 9, and 10. All right, let's take it down to one knee. So if you are on a sticky mat, you might want to just fold it over like I just did with my towel. Make sure you get a nice soft place for your knee to sit. And the next thing we're going to do is just from this 90-90 position with your big toe tucked under in the back, I just want you to push your hips back and then come right back up to the front. Noisy birds, 2, 3, try to keep that lead foot on the ground. 4, 5, push those hips back. Want your head in a nice strong position. So if I had my hand on the back of your head, you'd be kind of pushing into my hand there. 7, push those hips back. 8, 9, good. And what you should be feeling here is maybe just a little bit of high hamstring on that lead leg. So 90-90, tuck that big toe under in the back, start to work that big toe mobility, and we're gonna push the hips back. And so I'm feeling, if your right leg is in front, you're starting to feel your right high hamstring. 3, keep that head nice and strong. 4, 5, 6, push that hip back. 7, working our hip hinge. 8, 9, the hip hinge, and 10. Going back to the first side with that same 90-90 half kneeling position, we're going to add a hand driver. So now as the hips go back, the hand is going forward, and I want you to go palm up. You're almost chasing that pinky finger, okay? 1, nice little bit of rotation through your upper back. 2, 3, 4, starting to create space and rotation through the upper back, through that thoracic spine. Palm up, like you're a bowling ball, throwing a bowling ball right there. 9, one more, and 10. Good. Keep leaning back onto that lead hip. Okay, so right there, make sure, if you can get comfortable with that big toe tucked under, keep that going. We've got left hip down, head tucked back. 1, push. 2, keep that lead foot connecting to the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6, rotate through the thoracic spine. 7, 8, 9, good, and 10. Nice. From there, let's keep in that nice half kneeling position. I want your feet slightly outside of your knees. So knees are here, feet are here. Take a nice big breath, tip at the hip. Get a nice strong head position. From right in this position, full kneeling position, I want you to anchor in. Switch on your inner thighs. Switch them on, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your hips come back under you. Back into that nice full kneeling position. Feet outside the knees. Anchor in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. And you start to see I'm really focusing on head position today. So hopefully you can get hips back. Tuck your chin. Anchor in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's take it to a seated position. And from here, I want your feet way outside of your hips. Okay, so nice wide position with the feet. And all we're gonna do is just, again, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. We're going 90-90. This is called happy hips. And we call it happy hips number 1. And when you drop that knee in, I don't want it across the midline. So if I'm coming right at you, if I go here and that knee is inside of the midline, I want you to pull that knee out, okay? So from right here, we're gonna go happy hips, 5 each side. Drop in, 1, drop in, 2, 3, 4. You might be getting a little bit of a stretch through your shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One thing you really notice when you go to these warmer climates is how much better your tissue feels. So as long as you can stay hydrated, you can really take advantage of getting more mobility when you're in a warm climate. And it's just so healthy. Okay, drop your right knee down, arms in streamline. Now we're gonna take that whole chest across. And then let the knees go the other way. 2. Happy hips number 2. 3. 4. Roll that rib cage. 5. You should start feeling that psoas stretch. 6. All the way up behind your rib cage. Use your breath. Take a big breath here. Good. One more. And good. Okay, let's get up. Okay, getting up nice and easy. Now, we're going to take that into a nice big lunge stance. And from here, I'm coming right at you. We're going to just let the hip shift to the outside. So let's go ahead and just hands on hips. We're doing a hip shift lateral. So if we want to be able to be stable in this plane, which that's what we want when we go running, we also need to be able to strengthen and activate those lateral stabilizers. So keeping your upper body all as one piece, we're just going to push out the hip, posterior lateral just a little bit, 2, push it out, 3, and it's kind of like you drop your ear, 4, and you have to do that on purpose, or else your head will try and stay, your eyes want to be on the horizon, okay? Push it out, listen, 6, push it out, 7, this should be as one piece, 8, 2 more. So if you've got a mirror, you want to really look at that. 1 more. And good. Okay, same thing other side. So it's a nice long stride stance, split stance, also known as a lunge stance. From here to here, top of my head to my pubic bone, stays as one alignment. So just kind of chase the ear. Hip shifts laterally. 2. Hip shifts laterally. 3. 4, and you're starting to load your glute med there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, push it out, and 10. Okay, so now we've loaded it, we've stretched it, we're gonna just activate it and switch it on with a nice perfect lateral step. And I call this the perfect lateral step because when you step, your foot, again, is parallel to the outside of the other foot. This is what's gonna wanna happen. That's what I want to happen. I want this knee directly under this shoulder. And that's why we call it the perfect lateral step. Let's do 10 of those. Step 1, step 2. You can drive your hands to the front. It's gonna help you push your hips back. 6, 7, 8, head's in a good position. 9, 1 more, and 10. Same thing other side. So as you go into this landing, you're almost gonna feel like you're internally rotating that lead foot, but I promise you it'll get it to neutral. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, good, and 10. All right, so let's go to another single leg challenge. We're gonna go into a single leg Superman. So we're gonna start on the left leg, and I just want you to find happiness on your single leg stance. And as you tip at the hip, Keep your head in a nice strong position. Push 2 hands out in front of you, come right back. Single leg, so now we've mobilized these hips. You want to make sure that you can have the neurological control to go into a single leg challenge. Left leg, single leg, tip and reach. 1, and I want you to push the back leg back just far enough that you feel tension in that landing, that standing leg. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Good. So you should not be looking down. You should be looking a little bit ahead, getting strength in that neck. Okay, other side, right side. Take a nice big breath, single leg, tip and reach. 1, 2, tension in the back leg. 3, 4, that's my challenging side. 5, 6, 7, don't quit on me here. 8, good. 9, 1 more. And 10. All right, good. Let's take it right down to all fours here, into that quadruped position. We're gonna take the left arm behind the head, and we're just gonna rotate down and across, and then open it up. 1. We'll go 5 each side. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same thing. Drop it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, so this isn't going to be the last video here from Hawaii. I hope you enjoyed Monday morning mobility. It's kind of Sunday here in Hawaii, but I am super glad that we're never going to miss a session. I'm here for you. I hope you feel great. Pay attention, right side, left side. If your right side is more challenging, then we're going to want to put a little bit more work into bringing them close together. We may never get the body completely symmetrical, but we can sure give it a go. Thanks again. Have a killer day. Happy Monday.